And there, we were in closed session, but we took no action in closed session. Are there requests to speak to the board? We're on item 10, which is reports, Associated Students of Solano College. Is there a representative here? Are you doing the report? What?
Dennis, should we wait for our colleagues to come over?
Well, we have a quorum. All right, we'll wait for our colleagues. So we're just waiting for the two. No, we've reconvened the regular meeting and now we're on reports. So we're asking for the report from our student trustee on the Associated Students.
Yes, thank you for recognition. And so a couple of things that ASSC is working on, or a couple of updates really. We recently just went to a General Assembly conference in Santa Clara where we were able to meet with other community colleges in California and get to see what they were doing. Have a couple of workshops and things that we could possibly work on here as well with ASSC. The second thing that we're also working on is our future Encore trip, which is a conference that's hosted by University of Oklahoma in Hawaii, where we're going to be presenting on the work that we've done in ASSC regarding diversity and inclusion at community colleges. So we're going to go over our events like the winter event that we had, Fright Night, and then our picnic day. So we're going to present on those kinds of events. Additionally, we're working on hosting a Met Gala in the end of April, and so we're trying to see some of the things for that and just seeing how we can, gauge more student support in those means. And then finally, just another thing to note is that ASSC was also in support of the Reproductive Health Center opening today, and so that was very successful as well. But that is the end of my report. Thank you.
Next report was Academic Senate, but I understand he because our meeting was delayed, that he's not available. So College Governance Council?
Yes, I have a quick report. College governance, there's no report since we did not meet during spring break. For the SP report, I just want to acknowledge that over the spring break, our speech and debate team completed at the Phi Rho Pi Community College National Championship Tournament in Reno, Nevada. 6 days of competition against 40 schools from across the nation and more than 250 students. And Solano brought home 7 national championship awards. So I want to name the students. Victor Ramos got a gold, Tyler Sasabuchi silver, Malika Amin Mirador and Tyler Sasabuchi silver, Victor Ramos a bronze, Malika Amin Mirador bronze, Siobhan Odom bronze, and Professor Janine Whitesell received the Collie Taylor Fellowship Award for coaches for outstanding commitment to speech and debate. Also, our Solano baseball team outlasted Laney for 16-15 win to sweep the series, and they are in the run for the BVC title. We have not had a BVC title win in baseball since 2015. And we have a number of year-end events coming up, and we will provide trustees with the full list of events. That's the end of my report.
All right, thanks. Any questions or comments? If not, we'll move on to the consent agenda. As you know, all matters listed under the consent agenda are considered by the board to be routine and will be enacted by the board in one motion. There's no discussion on the items before the part of the time the board votes on the motion unless members of the board, staff, or the public request specific items to be discussed or removed. Time will be provided before the vote for clarification questions without removing an item from the consent agenda. Are there any questions on the consent agenda?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda.
Is there a second?
Hi.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carries. There are no items removed. The action items tonight under 13, first of all, is the ballot for California Community College Trustees Board of Directors. So I have submitted, in that regard, a recommendation for the candidates. The criteria was basically small colleges and colleges in Northern California, with an exception for Antelope Valley. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the selections that you've been provided.
I move for approval of the selection provided.
I second the motion.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Next item is under Human Resources, and Celia Esposito Noyes presenting for Sal Abate. It's a resignation to retire.
Yes, great. Thank you so much. Sal is at a conference this week, but we have our interim dean of CTE, Jose Cortez, who is here to present a summary of John Urrutia's service here, 26 years of service as a computer science instructor.
There it is. Cool. Thank you. All right. Hi, everybody. After an impressive 24 years of dedication and service to the institution, John Urrutia has decided to retire and embark on the next chapter of his life, bidding farewell to the classroom where he shared and inspired countless students over the years with his commitment to excellence in teaching, combined in his passion empowering students in the skills necessary to find success in the field of CIS. And I think he's left an incredible mark on our college. John's journey with Solano College began in 2000 when he joined as a full-time faculty member. Throughout his time, John's contribution have extended far beyond the confines of the classroom. He worked for a period of time as the dean of the division, and his leadership and guidance played a pivotal role in shaping the department and enriching students' experiences. John's commitment to the college also can be summarized by Professor Kevin Anderson, where he says that John has supported many students over the years and helped them find successful careers in the IT field. In fact, Justin Howell from the IT department and Vice President Cornelison both took John's CIS courses during their time as students at Solano College. And I think this illustrates the impact that John had not only to the academic success of our students, but also their professional trajectories. John will be greatly missed by his students and colleagues alike. I sincerely thank him for his dedication to the college, and we wish him well and the best in his well-deserved retirement.
All right, thank you. And
Thank
thanks
you.
for waiting for us. Appreciate that. I'm sure he does as well. So is there a motion to approve the retirement?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to accept this retirement. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries, and congratulations to him. Next item is a public hearing of Solano Community College District bargaining proposals to the operating engineers. So I gather that requires me to open a public meeting, so I'll open the public meeting. Anyone wish to speak? So we'll close the public meeting. Is there a motion to approve the bargaining proposals to the operating engineers?
I move for approval.
I'll second that.
Any questions, comments? If not, all those in favor of the motion to approve the bargaining proposals, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is approved. Next is another public hearing of the operating engineers bargaining proposals to the college. This is their proposals to us. I'll open the public hearing on that matter. Anyone wish to speak? If not, we'll close the public hearing, and I believe it also requires a motion to accept the proposals of the operating engineers. So I'll entertain a motion from the trustee voice.
Sure, I'll approve. I'll motion to approve
I second the motion.
13D.
Thank you.
We want to get you out of here.
All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next item is item E, which is under the bond. Vice President Lucky Lofton is the presenter, if he's available. This is a contract award to Pro Builders for construction services. There's a couple of other, well, at least two possible motions that could be combined. So is there,
Sorry. I guess it's on me here. I'll make a motion to approve both items 13E and F to condense and let Lucky Lofton talk about both at the same time.
all right, thank you.
I'll second that.
So it's been moved and seconded to approve both of these items on, under E and F. So Mr. Lofton, welcome. So what can you tell us about these two?
Thank you, President Honeychurch and members of the board. The first item is a long overdue project to address water leaks into the Vacaville Center. These leaks have been there for a number of years, and it's been a battle during the rainy season. So we've hired an engineer. He's designed fixes for those problems, and this is to approve the contract to execute those fixes. So we seek the board's approval to get started on this important project.
All right, any questions of Lucky Lofton? No? All right. So all those in favor of each of these items, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Both motions are approved. Thank you, Lucky. Next item is Academic Affairs Vice President David Williams is the presenter. This is a request for approval of the curriculum items as submitted by the Curriculum Committee. Vice President Williams.
Yes, thank you, President Honeychurch and members of the board. Before you, the Curriculum Committee has a number of curriculum changes that we're seeking your approval. Things from class max changes, and as you can see, most of these are reducing the student load in the classes. We believe that that will help pedagogically. Students have a better experience in the class. We also had a change to our local education requirement and some program modifications. So we're asking for your approval.
Is there a motion to approve?
I'll
Sure.
make a motion.
Well, let me get the motion in a second. There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, so moved and seconded to approve the Curriculum Committee submissions. And there's a question.
Vice President Williams, my only question is, could you speak to the 15 to 24, in the maximum change? So they're
Right.
down except for the one,
Sure.
the last, and I thought people at home might want to know the logic there.
Sure. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes when courses are put through curriculum, the faculty have an idea of where a course may be taught. So something like drafting or chemistry, where there's maybe a specific number of workstations that are available, they might keep the course limit down just due to the availability of technology. And maybe as technology grows or the campus grows or a new building gets in, they might be able to raise the cap possibly to allow more students into the course. I think for this particular course, there was really no reason anymore to keep it at 15. And so to allow more students to take advantage of the course, they decided to just raise it to another reasonable limit of 24.
Thank you.
Any other questions? If not, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is Student Services. Vice President Lisa Neely is the presenter. It's regarding a resolution proclaiming May as Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Month at Solano Community College.
Thank you, President Honeychurch and members of the board. Good evening. If you would be so kind, I would like to read the resolution proclaiming next month. Whereas Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders, and Native Hawaiians have made remarkable contributions to the history, achievements, culture, and diversity of the United States and continue to influence our collective future. Whereas it is important to pay tribute to the contributions of and to understand the challenges faced by the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander community during AANHPI Anapi Heritage Month. Whereas the theme for this year's observance of Anapi Heritage Month is Advancing Leaders Through Innovation, which pays homage to the visionaries and trailblazers who have shaped our Anapi history and have made lasting contributions to our nation's economic prosperity, technological advancements, and social and political change through their ingenuity and creativity while navigating significant cultural and systemic barriers. Whereas, according to the U.S. Census, the Anapi population nearly doubled between 2000 and 2019 and is projected to surpass 46 million by 2060 and become the nation's largest immigrant group by 2055. Whereas the month of May was selected as Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Month because the first Japanese immigrants arrived in the U.S. on May 7th, 1843. And the first transcontinental railroad was completed on May 10th, 1869, with substantial contributions from Chinese immigrants. Whereas Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islanders account for a large percentage of Solano Community College students and Solano County residents, enriching our campus and our community. Whereas Solano Community College, as a public institution of higher education, is dedicated to providing opportunities for all people so that they can reach their highest potential. Whereas, as an ANAPI-serving institution, Solano Community College is committed to continuing the work to honor the voices of those whose stories have been untold, to advance educational opportunities, and help the ANAPI community grow in its impact and influence. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Solano Community College District Governing Board proclaims May 2024 as Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Thank you.
Honoring Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Native Hawaiian.
I move for,
And, yeah, Heritage Month. Go ahead.
go ahead, you
Oh,
can
no.
go ahead. Okay, I move for approval.
I'll second.
Any discussion? If not, please call the roll.
Trustee Voice,
Aye.
President Honeychurch,
Aye.
Trustee Cara,
Aye.
Trustee Cargo Reed,
Aye.
Trustee Lopez Letta,
Aye.
Trustee Thurston, Trustee Young,
Aye.
Student Trustee Srinivasan.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All that good talk, and I didn't get hurt. Anyway, the next item is first reading of revisions of Academic Affairs Board policies. Vice President David Williams is the presenter.
Yep. Thank you, President Honeychurch, members of the board. This is a review of a number of board policies related to academic affairs. And in looking at these, we determined that there were no necessary changes. So this is just acknowledging that they're still effective. We will be bringing some policies to you later where we did have to make some changes and updates.
Thank you. And this will be back on the next agenda, I presume. Next item is item 15, which is announcements, or which are announcements. Are there any announcements? Go ahead.
Can I invite our student trustee to make an announcement? Our student trustee was out for the last meeting, not because she's playing hooky, but because she's doing so much work advocating for legislation, and so she was actually at state senate committee hearings advocating. And so I just wanted to give you the floor to talk about what you're working on, if you're okay with that. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm entirely proud.
Thank you, Trustee Voice. I'd love to give an announcement. So I've been working on legislation. I mentioned it here on the board a little while ago, AB 2229, which is for comprehensive menstrual education in all California schools. And so actually the Reproductive Health Club here that I founded and currently preside currently sponsors this legislation that we started all the way back in October. And so from then, we've obviously been, you might have seen us on campus, tabling and getting support of students for this legislation. And then back in February, Assemblymember Lori Wilson finally did introduce the bill. And so after that point, we just kept on doing that groundwork. And then we went to the Education Committee when you guys had your last board meeting on April 3rd, a 5-hour committee hearing. So we definitely were there for a while. But eventually we did get to testify, and it was very, impactful and emotional. And it eventually did pass unanimously in the Education Committee 7-0. And so it's still going strong, and it went to appropriations. It is on suspense file, so we'll see what the updates are. But overall, we would love to see you guys' support later on. I'll bring it back to the board eventually. But definitely it's been a lot, and so we're really, really proud of it.
Well, good for you. Excellent. No, I would advise you not to answer that question. So next, thank you though for your work in that area, which is of course a mystery to men. So
It shouldn't be.
I know. Well, not entirely a mystery. So, next item is number 16. Is I go no further. Next item is items from the board. Are there any board members that want to put forward an item? Apparently not. So there's no closed session, and at this time, I'll entertain a motion from one or both of our representatives from Vallejo, or three, actually. So is there a motion to adjourn?
I second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned, and thank you, everyone, for their patience tonight. Thank you. And we have emerged from our closed session without anyone being injured.